All right. Good morning, guys. So this is the batch tracker. This would be the batch tracker for this May 2025 morning batch, guys. And we had published a poll in the WhatsApp group, and majority of the people voted for LoadRunner and Dynatrace, right? So we'll start with LoadRunner and Dynatrace in this morning batch. And for those who are looking for JMeter, I'm planning to start another batch from 11 to 12 if you have enough strength only. Okay. But like as there is one evening batch for JMeter, so I also would like to start this May batch. I also would like to start LoadRunner and Dynatrace in this morning batch, right? So like before we start this, like I would like to understand. So how many of you attended that performance testing fundamentals in the evening batch? Did everyone attend performance testing fundamentals in the evening batch?
Yes, sir. I attended. I attended.
Okay. Almost everyone attended fundamentals, right?
Yes, sir.
So we can start with loader directly, correct?
Yes.
So I will not take all these, all these concepts. Okay. If anyone want, they can go through the recorded session. We can start with loader directly. Agree?
Yes.
But I will cover some, I'll repeat some concepts like what is performance testing, because there may be some new joiners, but I will not, spend time on these reasons for doing PT. I don't need to do all these types of critical business laws, prerequisite. We'll discuss what is performance testing and types of performance testing. Prerequisites, request response cycle. I can cover those concepts, once we start the tool also, I can cover those concepts. So today we'll discuss, system requirements, load runner system requirements. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And everyone is fine with 9:30 to 10:30. Okay, so that I think those timings will sync for both online and offline, guys.
You can shift to 9 also, sir. There is no problem. If anyone is working, then also we will consider that way. I mean,
Yeah. 9 o'clock, I have some, like 9 o'clock is also a bit early for me I need to travel. I need to fresh up and I need to travel, like to Amirpet by 9 o'clock. Have my breakfast and do all those. We'll see that. We'll see that either it will be 9 to 10 or 9:30 to 10:30. Half an hour plus or minus is fine, I believe. Right, we'll see like how many are working and how many can't join for if there are considerable number of people who can't make it 9:30 to 10:30, then we'll plan it for 9 to 10 only. All right, guys. So today we'll discuss load runner system requirements. Okay. So before that, let me note down the participant names. All right, yes. So first today we'll discuss what are the system requirements for load runner and Dynatrace, right? So I'll be proceeding with latest version of LoadRunner. I had installed 2025 version. Okay. So however, based on your system requirements, I am going to install. See, you can see here the version that I am using is CE 25.1. Okay. And open text, see, you can see here this is open text. Let me take a screenshot and like we'll discuss that. And the screen that you are seeing is this is called as splash screen. The screen that you see when you start the Vusion, like that is called as, I took a screenshot and pasted in Paint. So this is called as splash screen. Which one? This one is called as splash screen. Okay. This one is called as splash screen. And now if you see here, it is mentioned as open text because this mic, actually LoadRunner was first developed by a company called Mercury. Okay. LoadRunner was developed by a company called Mercury in 1999. LoadRunner was introduced in 1999 or 1998. 1 second. So both LoadRunner and JMeter are 25 years old tools, as I mentioned before in the PT fundamental sessions. So let me open LoadRunner PPT. I don't remember exactly whether it is 1999 or 98. Just give me a moment. Yeah, 1999. So it was, LoadRunner was developed by a organization or a company called Mercury, right? LoadRunner is one of the pioneer tools. What is the meaning of pioneer? What is the meaning of a pioneer?
Mostly to
Most
use.
frequently used.
No, it's not. Pioneer doesn't mean that most frequently used. Pioneer means
No,
one
it's
of
a
the
forerunner.
first in their
Later,
field.
later.
Forerunner. Pioneer meaning means it's a forerunner or most expert or most advanced, or it has a lot of
Front,
multiple meanings.
no, front runner. Okay. So here in this context,
Forerunner
LoadRunner is
absolutely.
one of the pioneer tools, means it is one of the, first mover in the field, or it is one of the first tools which was developed for performance testing. Okay. All right. We'll use this as a class notes document for your batch. And now it is a performance testing tool which was pioneered by Mercury in 1999. Later, it was acquired by HP Enterprise in 2006. And in 2016, LoadRunner was acquired by Micro Focus. So from 2016, it was called as, till 2023, it was called as Micro Focus LoadRunner, right? Earlier, it was called as, prior to that, it was called as HP LoadRunner. But actually, it was developed by a company called Mercury. At that time, it was called as Mercury LoadRunner. And now in 2023, like Micro Focus was acquired by OpenText. So hence it is called as, OpenText LoadRunner. Okay. Now it is called as OpenText LoadRunner. And LoadRunner supports various development tools, technologies, and communication protocols. In fact, this is one of the robust tool, and this is one of the tool which supports, around 36 protocols. Majority of the, see, you name a protocol, LoadRunner supports it. LoadRunner will have support. And if you observe here, so we have something called CE 25.1. What does that mean is, CE stands for Community Edition. CE stands for Community Edition or trial version. What is the meaning of Community Edition? Nothing but trial version. And this is 2025 version. This is 2025.1. So this is major release, 25 is major release, and 1 is the minor version. Clear, guys? I hope it is clear. Can I close this?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is virtual user generator? So virtual user generator is a component. When we install LoadRunner, we get these three components. One is virtual user generator, the other one is controller, and the third component is analysis. You get three components installed on your desktop, right? There will be a lot of components, but you will see these three components on your desktop. One is virtual user generator, second one is controller, and the third component is analysis component. Clear, guys? Now, virtual user generator is also called as VUgen. In short, it is called as VUgen, right? That is why you see the name here as VUgen. And I will update this, guys. I'll update this as 2025 version. I'll update this one and I'll share the latest version. Okay. Now, let me go to your class notes document. So, VUgen stands for virtual user generator. So, there are three main components of LoadRunner. Three main LR components. What are those? VUgen, which stands for virtual user generator.
Second one, controller.
Hey, hi, Mastan. Able to hear me, Mastan?
Yes, sir.
Right. So virtual user generator is used to generate the, why is it called as virtual user generator? It is used to generate the scripts. It generates the scripts and virtual users, thereby virtual users. And scripts generate the virtual users. Shall we write like this? Shall I write like this? Scripts generate the virtual users. Right? And what is controller? Controller is a component used for test execution. Right? And analysis component, which test execution? Performance test execution. Controller is used for to execute performance test execution. Right? And then analysis component is used to analyze the test results, analyze the performance test results, and create reports, create test reports. Right? So these are the three main components of LoadRunner. Right? And now once you install LoadRunner, you will get a lot of other components as well. Right? You'll get a lot of other components like license utility. Right? This is one LoadRunner component. And apart from this license utility, there will be something called encoder, etc., password encoder. Yeah, this is another LoadRunner component, right? So however, these are the three main components. We'll discuss the other components later on. Now to install this LoadRunner, and it will be followed by, like, I'm going to cover Dynatrace also in this batch. Now to in order to, like, in order to support these two components, you require, like, there is some minimum system requirement. Okay, so let's say first we will see the LoadRunner system requirements. LoadRunner system requirements, right? So I'll go with, first 2025 version, LoadRunner 2025 system requirements. Okay, so now if you see that support matrix, what is meant by support matrix? So basically it will tell you there should be some other document. One second. There should be a PDF document. Okay, that's fine. So, like, if you want to install this is 24.1. Please wait. Looking for 25 version. Yeah, here is 25 version. So if you want to install 25, you need, 4-core CPU at least, right? And recommended is 8-core CPU, right? So this is important. First thing is we need to, our processor should be having minimum 4. It should be a 4-core CPU minimum. However, the recommended configuration is 8-core CPU, right? And memory required is 8 GB minimum. This is minimum and this is supported. This is supported or minimum. Supported means nothing but minimum. And recommended RAM is 16 GB. Clear, guys? And disk space should be 50 GB minimum. However, recommended one is 100 GB SSD drive. This is recommended one. Now let us check, what is your system configuration. We need to understand our system configuration. Having said that, now if you observe here, see, this is for 2025 version. And what are these? These are hardware requirements. Now, apart from that, you have some software requirements also. So if you see here, the operating system should be either Windows 10 or 11 or server operating system. These are the supported and recommended versions. Recommended version is like Windows 10. Windows 10 is the recommended one, right? Or Windows Server. Of course, we will not have Windows Server. So recommended one is 10. Supported one is, 11 is also supported. However, 11 is also supported. But observe here, there is something called 22H2, 23H2, isn't it? 22H2 means 22 should be year and, maybe second half, I believe. Okay. So now where do we get this information, or where can we check this information, right? And now these are software requirements, guys. These are software requirements. And few more software requirements are there. You have Google Chrome, Edge, and Firefox. Of course, this is not a big deal, but this is important, isn't it? This hardware configuration and software configuration is important, right? Isn't it? Now, how to check this? How to check this system configuration? So you can go to Task Manager. Can you please, those who joined through laptop, can you please go to your Task Manager and go to Performance tab in the Task Manager. Go to Performance tab, right? And then can you check there how many cores are there in your processor? Select CPU and Mine is a 13th generation i7 processor. If you see here, i7 13th generation. Clear, guys? Mine is a 13th generation i7 processor. Can you please check and post your system configuration, everyone, in the Zoom chat? Right? And then the number of cores on my laptop is 10. This current laptop is 10. Number of cores is 10. Logical processors is 12. Right? Number of cores is 10. Logical processors is 12. But here, if you see the hardware requirements, they are talking about cores, number of cores. Clear, guys? 8-core CPU is recommended, but I have 10-core processor. My processor is a 10-core processor. So my system should be able to support very well. Clear, guys? Now, can you please check your system configuration? Can you please check if everyone is having 8-core CPU, minimum 8-core CPU? Our recommended one is 8-core CPU. Minimum one is 4-core CPU, by the way. The minimum number of cores is 4 for LoadRunner 25.1. Okay. Most of Praveen and Vijay are having 4-core processor. How about others? I got only 2 responses. Go to Task Manager, go to Performance tab if you want to check this, right? And then go to Performance tab and then click on CPU. There below the graph, you will see number of cores. I want response from everyone. Okay. Balakrishna having 8-core processor, i9 11th generation, Manasa 4-core. i3 is the processor model, Bhavana. I want number of cores. See, i3 or i5 doesn't matter. We want, how many your system should have at least 4-core processor. You need to look into this information. How about others, guys? Praveen, Vishwajit, Mastan. Mastan, I think he posted it. Now, what happened to Mastan? Mastan, you didn't join from your laptop? Are you away from your laptop? Laptop not working. Bhavana, 2-core processor may not be sufficient. Okay. 2-core processor, okay. Now, see, Bhavana is having 2-core processor, but minimum required is, 4-core CPU. Now, those guys, if you want to install LoadRunner, what do you need to use, right? Now, let us check the older versions then, okay? Slightly older version. So I'll check for 2023 system requirements. 2023 system, I think this also supports minimum is 4 only, I believe. Let's confirm.
Here.
Let us check that. Yeah. So you can see here, see, LoadRunner 2023 supports, 2-core processor can support LoadRunner 2023. So I am going to install LoadRunner 2023 for Bhavana. Okay. Clear, guys?
Okay.
So your system configuration is very important, for LoadRunner. And, like based on your system configuration, I'm going to share you LoadRunner version. Clear, guys, everyone?
Yes,
So
Pawan, I got you.
LoadRunner 2023 would be the right version for you. And 1 minute. So which operating system are you having, Bhavana? Is it, if it is 10 or 11, that is fine. But like which operating system are you having? Can you please check? Windows?
Yes, sir.
No, Windows 10 or 11 or any other, Windows 8. Can you please check your operating system as well? Where can you check the operating system, guys?
Properties, no, sir?
Where can we check the, properties? How to go to that properties? From where should I go?
Desktop, right?
Right click.
Desktop properties.
Yes, sir.
Show more options. Okay. See, you can go to, settings or control panel. Okay. You type settings and, go to system. Go to system and then scroll down and go to about. About or, yeah, click on about. Last option in system, right? And now here you can check your operating system, isn't it? So my operating system on my laptop is Windows 11 Pro and 24H2. Did you see this somewhere? 24H2. What is this 24H2? See, 24 H2 installed on 10-10-24. Now you got it. What is this 24 H2? Second half basically. 24 represents the year and H2 means second half. It should be second half. Am I correct? Or what is 24 H2? I'm not really not sure this. 1 second. Let me check that.
Version.
For H2 version adi.
Ah.
H doesn't have any significance or download and install also known as Windows 11 24 update is a feature update for Windows 11. And then a new
First line they
foundation.
mentioned, na? Windows 11 version 24 H2.
No, I want to check whether it I want to check whether it is H1 is I want to check whether H1 is half, first half and second half, right?
లేదు అలా లేదు H2 నే రిలీజ్ H2.
Okay. All right, guys.
ఎందుకంటే
So this is where you need to check that version. Okay, here it is mentioned here clearly actually. So see, this is version, I understand that, but I am assuming this as second half because if you see here, this is installed on 10-10-2024, isn't it? So maybe H represents half. That's my assumption. I'm not really sure.
లేదన్న H1 అసలు లేదు 22 H2 23 H2 24 H2 అని
Okay. All right.
Sir,
So this, yeah.
sir, this H2 is not the second half because in my case, version is showing 22 H2 and installed on is on fifth month 2021.
Okay, fine. Thank you. And now what is your operating system?
Windows 10, sir. 10 home.
Windows 10. All right. So so we need to check the hardware requirement and software requirement. That is what I want everyone to understand. Okay. Same version will not work for everyone. Okay. Same LoadRunner version will not work for everyone. Please understand this. You need to, like if you share your system configuration, we will suggest, I can suggest you what is the right operating system for your system configuration. I'll look into all this configuration later on in the Zoom meeting chat, and then I will give you I'll let you know. I'll share you the corresponding right operating system for your system. Clear, guys? So because every operating system will have some every LoadRunner version will have certain software and hardware requirements. We need to consider both of them. So can you please share your operating system as well? Please share your operating system also in the Zoom chat. Everyone, guys, please check and share your operating system as well. And I hope everyone knows how to check your operating system. Go to settings, system, and go to about, and operating system will be specified somewhere here, right? You see my operating system is Windows 11 Pro, right? Windows 11 Pro. 1 second, guys. Clear, guys? And you can also see the system configuration here as well. Of course, you can't see the cores here, but you can see your hardware configuration here, right? Processor model is i7 13th generation and RAM is 16 GB, right? You can check your system configuration here as well. Clear, guys? So everyone, I want everyone to, ping me your operating system as well as your processor and memory. Memory you can upgrade. You can upgrade the RAM. And one more thing is, if you see any version, right? So 8 GB is the minimum recommended RAM for LoadRunner. So though if is anyone having 4 GB RAM? See, for 2023, even for 2023 version, the minimum RAM is 8 GB. Okay. Now, Bhavana, can you please check how much RAM you have on your system?
Sir, RAM, how to check, sir?
What is that?
Sir, how to check? I mean, RAM.
Go to Task Manager. Go to
Ah.
Performance tab and click on Memory.
Okay.
Click on Memory, and on the top of that window, you will have like this, something like this. Or you can also check at the bottom. So in Windows 10, it will be different. Can you please share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Can you please share your screen? I had stopped my screen share.
Sir, I have shared.
It's
Is it
loading.
visible?
It's still loading.
Is it visible?
No, still loading.
Memory is showing 4.5 GB, sir. I have shared.
No, it can't be 4.5. It should be either 4 or 8. Maybe
I
you
have
are checking
extended.
available
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah, available is 3.1 GB, sir. I have extended already. Inbuilt it was 4 GB. I have extended to more 4 GB. So 4 GB around.
It's still not loading. Why?
I have shared, sir.
It's still loading for me.
The screen is still paused. Screen sharing. It is visible like that.
Okay. So once again, I am sharing.
And by the way, meanwhile, like everyone, can you please check your internet connection speed, guys? Go to speedtest.net. Okay. Go to speedtest.net and please
So is
check your internet connection quality by going to speedtest.net. And what do we need to check here, or which numbers are important for us? This ping time is important. First one, the ping time is important. It should be a single digit or lower double digit. Okay. So everyone, please check your internet connection by going to speedtest.net. Please do that right away, guys. Okay. And this is important for online guys. Those who want to join online training, this is more important. Ping time should be single digit or lower double digit. Download and upload speed, even if it is 10 Mbps, that is fine. Okay. But this ping time or reaction time is important. And please remember here, ping time is nothing but reaction time, and it is the unit of measurement is ms, means millisecond. ms means millisecond. Okay. So it should be single digit or lower double digit. Now I'm coming to Bhavana's screen. Okay. Bhavana, you are having 8 GB RAM. If you see here on the top right, so
yes,
8
sir.
GB DDR3. Okay. It is
Yes.
your RAM is 8 GB DDR3 RAM. So it seems to be a bit old laptop, but that is fine. 8 GB, is fine. Okay. And can you click on CPU once? Yes. So it is i3. Oh, i3 third generation. Huh? No, CPU M. CPU is also bit older. Okay. So, still we can install LoadRunner 2023. There is no option. I need to share you only LoadRunner 2023. Only that will work for you. Okay. And then go to disk. Can you please go to disk once? Click on disk once. 240 GB is the storage capacity, right? See, 240, it is an SSD with 240 GB of storage capacity. Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So performance engineers need to have this information for sure. So if you are into functional testing or automation, you don't require this information, or security testing or any other testing. However, performance test engineers need to know how to check your CPU, memory, disk, why, how is and their utilization as well. See, if you observe here, if you see the disk utilization is somewhere around, like, yeah. This is fine. Right now it is negligible. Can you please go to CPU, click on CPU. CPU utilization is somewhere around 60 to 70%, isn't it? Do you see that below CPU, you see that some numbers? Where is that?
Yes. 42%.
Yeah, you can see that utilization right now is around 40%, right? 40 to 70. It is varying between 40 to 70, isn't it? So, and go to memory. Memory, it is 58% currently, right? Or else it is in the range of 60%, right? It is in the range of 60%, right? So it should not be, above 90%. That is what I want to convey. Your CPU or memory utilization should not go beyond 80 or 90%. Should not go beyond 90%. So if it goes beyond 90% and hits 100%, then obviously your system will become slow, right? Okay. Now, now I'm sharing my screen, right? So my system, everyone, please, please share these details to me. What is that? CPU. I need your CPU details, memory, I'll write my configuration details so that you'll understand what details I require. Okay. So CPU, my CPU is i7 13th generation, and also you should have this understanding. 13th generation i7. This is my CPU, right? And speed is no, not speed. That is those details are not required, but cores are required. Number of cores is 10. Okay, 10 cores, 10 core. This is the information that I want to share the appropriate LoadRunner version for you. Okay, I am having all the LoadRunner versions starting from 2020 to 2025. So I will share the appropriate LoadRunner version for you. And my RAM is 16 GB. System RAM on my laptop is 16 GB. Okay, these two are main details which are and OS. Okay, operating system details. Mine is Windows 11 Pro. Okay, these three details are mandatory for me to decide which operating system suits you better, suits your system better. Okay, if RAM is 8 GB, I request you to upgrade to see if you can upgrade to 16 GB. Okay, but see, for example, Bhavana's system may not support 16 GB RAM because it is i3, and I am seeing the processor model as old one. In i3 itself, it is a bit older. Got it, guys? So your motherboard should support. See, for example, I cannot upgrade RAM to 64 GB or 128 GB because my motherboard should support, isn't it? So those who are anyone having 4 GB RAM, if anyone is having 4 GB RAM, please upgrade your RAM as soon as possible. But I don't see any 4 GB RAM today on any of the participants who joined today. Only Kunal and Bhavana having 2 core. Kunal, what is your RAM size? RAM capacity?
I have four GB, but I order 8 GB for Amazon from Amazon.
Okay, so please upgrade to at least 8 GB. 8 GB is the
Yes.
minimum RAM required. Okay, for LoadRunner, guys.
It's
If you
4
see,
plus 8 is 12 GB sufficient, na?
yeah, 4 plus 8, 12 GB is sufficient, but you need to match the clock speed.
Okay.
Clock speed is important. Okay, see how to check the clock speed. If you are, if you go to a hardware shop, they will check that. Computer hardware shop, they will check that. But if you are ordering online, you have to take care of this, Kunal. So you need to check what is the clock speed of the RAM or existing, RAM. See, if you observe here, this is clock speed of your RAM. So that should be matching. If they are not matching, it may cause unnecessary issues. It may cause some performance issues. There may not be any improvement even though you upgrade the RAM if the speeds are not matching. If your RAM speed are not, see, for example, you have 4 GB RAM now and you ordered a 8 GB RAM. This clock speed for 4 and 8 GB RAM should match. So check what is the speed on your existing 4 GB RAM. Then only you can use it. Otherwise, you need to throw that 4 GB RAM
Actually, hardware person suggest me to install 4 GB RAM. It's sufficient. It's okay for you.
Okay. No, right now you are having 4 GB RAM. Are you having 4 GB RAM right now?
Yes, yes.
Or 8 GB?
4 GB.
4 GB. What is the clock speed of that? Can you please share your screen? Yeah. So logical processors cores is 2-core processor, i3 5th generation, right? So where can I check the generation, guys? See, observe here. Where can we check the generation, processor generation? So i3 is the processor model, and this is generation. This number represents generation. Okay. This number represents your processor generation. This first number. You got it, guys? The first number after that model. Clear, everyone? And number of cores is 2 for on Kunal machine. Okay. Number of cores is 2 on Kunal's machine. You can see that over here. Cores 2. Okay. And then one more important detail, guys. What is this one? You see here, something at the end of that number, you see some U or something. What is that? Right? So see, this letter is also having some significance. Okay, this letter is also having some significance. If you see U here, this is a normal CPU, or it is not a high-end processor. It is not a high-end processor. If it is a high-end processor, you will see HRP in this place. What this says, everyone? If anyone is looking to buy a laptop, if you go to a shop, right? If you go to a shop, they may say like 60,000 or 70,000 or 80,000. If you ask them, like why this laptop is so costly, right? They will say that this is a high processor is latest or high performance processor. But if it is a high performance processor, you will see letter HRP here. Clear, everyone? Guys, this information is important if you want to buy a new laptop, right? This information is very important. Okay, so that you will not be cheated. Understand, guys? So if it is a high-end processor, you will have HRP here. But if you see letter U here, that is not a high-end processor. Okay, the cost of that laptop, you understood, guys? The cost of that laptop should be reasonable. If you are seeing U here, this is not a high-end processor. But it will give you more battery life. It will give you more power backup because processor is not a high-end one. If processor is a high-end one, it will consume more power or more battery power. Clear, guys? Mine is also if you see here, my processor is also having that letter U over here. This is one important information that you need to know. And you see here, this is 13th generation processor. It is clearly mentioned here, mine is 13th generation. So this first two numbers represents the generation. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this information is also important for performance engineers, but we will discuss it later. What is L1 cache, L2 cache, L3 cache? We will discuss it later. Okay. At this moment, this is not important. We can discuss it later. It's too early to discuss. It is important information, but we will discuss it later. Okay. I see someone joined with display name as Chandrasekhar. Hey, hi, Chandrasekhar. Are you able to hear me? I see someone joined with display name as Chandrasekhar. Can you please speak out?
Hi, sir. I'm Sandraj, sir.
Huh?
Sandraj, sir. This is my friend's laptop.
Who is this?
Sandraj, sir. I'm audible.
Sandraj. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Guys, did I miss anyone's name? Okay. Now, having said that, so everyone checked your internet connection quality as well by going to speedtest.net. So this is one of the reliable application for checking your internet connection quality, guys. Okay. So this is one of the reliable tool or reliable website for checking your system configuration. And this is important. Ping time is important. So if anyone is facing, going forward, online participants, I'll come to your question, Velu. So if participants, if anyone is facing some internet issue, before you ping me, check your internet connection quality first. Okay. So if it is good, if ping time is single digit or lower double digit, but if it is still, if you are still having some screen issues, then, please put your query forward, right? But, I suggest you to check your internet connection quality. Okay. And now coming to your question, Velu posted one question in the Zoom chat. CPU is AMD Ryzen 5 with the Radeon graphics. It should be fine, Velu. That should be fine.
Yeah, okay, bro.
AMD Ryzen 5. Okay. Seems to be latest one only, but I'm not very much, sure or clear about that AMD configurations, processor
Because
configurations.
everyone are
But,
saying,
I'll share the appropriate version for you. Based on
yeah,
your
okay.
configuration, I'll check and I'll share the appropriate LoadRunner version for you.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Okay. And one more important prerequisite is, your disk space, right? So if you observe here, if you want to install LoadRunner on your system, available hard disk space in the C drive, guys, observe here. This is on C drive. Okay.
Sir, this one is 23.
This one is 23. Yes. So starting from 23 to 25 also, even for 25 also, you should have at least 50 GB of free disk space in your C drive. Okay. Let me show you the system requirements for 2025. You should have minimum of 50 GB free space in your C drive. Okay. So please share that information as well. Otherwise, you may miss it. Okay. Let me write it down here. Free space in your C drive. C drive low. Free space should be 50 GB minimum. So if you don't have minimum 50 GB free space in your C drive, please, please clear up some space on the C drive, or else we can install it on D drive or E drive if you have. Okay. But make sure that you have at least 50 GB of free space in any of the drives, right? And I hope you know those drive letters. Everyone knows the drive letters, right? So these are called as drive letters. I'm sharing my screen. And see, I have 3 drives. My SSD was separated or fragmented into 3 drives, C, D, and E. So these are called as drive letters. These are called as drive letters. You should have at least 50 GB of free space in your C drive. How to check that again? Click on this PC and observe here. Right now I am having 20 GB, but when I installed LoadRunner, I had 50 GB. Okay. But right now I am having only 20 GB. So this is how you need to check. Okay. On E drive, I am having 48 GB. So if I am installing LoadRunner today, I will do it on my E drive because it is having more free space. Clear, everyone? So all these details are important for LoadRunner, guys, because like multiple components will be installed on your LoadRunner, and even for Dynatrace also you require good configuration. Clear, everyone? So we'll stop the session here for today. We'll stop the session here for today and we'll continue tomorrow, guys. Okay, I'll stop it here for today. Let me stop the recording. And
Sir, hi. Hi, sir.
yes,
Sir,
Timing will be 9:30, right?
So tomorrow's
that
timing,
I will let you know. I'll discuss and let you know. Yeah, Bhavna.
tomorrow's timing, sir.
What is
Same.
it?
Tomorrow's timing.
Yeah, you will decide that. I want to publish one more poll in the WhatsApp group and we'll decide it.
Sir, there is the
Okay, sir.
offline class, sir. I'm prepared.
For me, offline participants question, I want to change the batch timings. Otherwise, everyone is comfortable with 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. But because I cannot run 2 batches, separate batches for online and offline. So
Yeah.
we are discussing about the feasible timings. Okay. So we'll publish a poll and let me, give me some time. So I'll think and I'll let you know. Okay. And also, regarding the openings, guys. Okay. So if you see here, there are a lot of openings for performance testing. See, if you see, this is Naukri Alerts email, right? Which I received yesterday, right? And you can see here, how many openings are there. And this is only through Naukri, right? This is only Naukri Alerts email that I received yesterday. If you click on view all recommendations, and if you search for, if you search here, performance testing jobs, you search for performance testing in the jobs, right? You can see how many jobs are there, 19,328, right? And even if you search for your experience, yes, you can search for your experience as well for 3 years of experience, let's say. Okay. If you search for 3 years of experience, you're having 8,600 jobs, right? Pan India, this is Pan India, of course. Clear, guys? Any queries?
Sir, please
No.
share today's recording also share, sir, for reference record.
What is that?
Sir, today's recording, please share.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
I'll share that. But please, everyone share this information, guys. Everyone share this information. Like if you missed any of this information, please share it in the WhatsApp chat. We have a WhatsApp group for this batch, right? And also please make sure that everyone is added to this WhatsApp group. Okay. May 2025, PT May 2025. This would be the WhatsApp group for this batch, right? So everyone, please make sure that you are in that WhatsApp group, so that like for any communication, you will not miss any communication. Clear, guys, everyone? And please save my WhatsApp number. Those who are watching this demo session on my YouTube channel, please save this WhatsApp number so that you will get updates. And please ping me once on WhatsApp. You'll get updates from us. All right. So if you want to join this performance testing training, so I'll stop it here, guys, for today. We'll continue tomorrow. And regarding timings, we'll confirm in 1 or 2 days. We'll confirm the timings in 1 or 2 days based on the majority participants, preferable time. All right. But I know I want everyone to, fresh up and join the session, have your breakfast and join, so that, you'll be able to focus on the session. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Bhavan.
Thank you, sir.
And also please follow our last final note for today. So please follow our Insta page if you want to receive any job updates, not only on performance testing. So we are sharing fresher openings and, most of the testing openings, right? So recently I had shared some fresher openings as well. So if you have any near and dear who are looking for IT job, please forward this link. You know how to forward, I believe, right? Everyone is expert in Instagram, isn't it? And WhatsApp, right? And there are some couple of fresher openings that I shared recently on our Insta page. So follow our Insta page if you want to receive these timely updates. Okay. And not only fresher openings, I'm sharing, experience openings as well, like this, right? 3 to 8 years of experience in performance testing, hands-on experience in JMeter, right? Etc. Right? Immediate joiners. So don't worry about the shell and bash, because they are asking, see the experience range. So if you see here, they are looking, this is the JD for 3 to 8 years of experience. So seeing this app dynamics, Dynatrace, and shell and bash, don't worry about that, because the experience range that they mentioned is big here, from 3 to 8. Okay. For 3 years of experience, if you are very good in performance testing concepts and LoadRunner and JMeter and monitoring and analysis, that should be good enough. All right, guys. So, and also one last thing. So please share if you haven't shared your mail ID before to me, please ping me your mail ID as well. Okay. To share the LoadRunner software to you. Right. If you already have, you need not share me your mail ID. But if you want LoadRunner version, appropriate version for your operating system, for your system based on your system configuration, please ping me your Gmail ID in WhatsApp through a DM direct message. Okay. So having said that, I'll close the session for today. We'll continue tomorrow. This is Pawan from MGMITTraining signing off.
I have one running.
How to access this class notes document? I'll share it. I'll share to your mail ID.
Yes, I have already shared
Yes,
my
yes. Yeah,
Gmail
I do remember. I do remember. Yes. I'll share this class notes document also to your mail ID, guys.
Okay, thank you.
All right then. I'm closing the recording. So I'm closing the session.